Game 2 of our rainy day doubleheader at Conotton Valley High School, home of the Rockets. It's time for KSU Tuscarawas to run it back against WCCC. If you're just tuning in to our doubleheader, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon as the monsoon continues to happen here at Conotton Valley. It's on a rainy afternoon, and we look to have a cleaner game number 2 here in Bowerston. Game 1, 18-5, and not a good sign. Billman slipping off the mound. He will immediately have a mound visit as Coach Dane will go and talk to him. And it looks like the trainer will come out and visit him as well. Not the sight we want to see from Billman, the junior transfer from Otterbein. He appears to be okay. That's a good sign, but definitely scary early on, as that could have been disastrous. This is a time to get better, not a time to have to deal with injuries. The pitch, swing and a miss. Billman settling back in after the slip. He needs a get-right game after his debut as a Golden Eagle. Billman struggled, but now has a chance for redemption against a very good Westmoreland County Community College team. Heavier rain than we were used to in game number 1 is falling upon us here. Billman couldn't get grip on that baseball as it escapes his grasp, going wide to the left of the catcher, Salgado. Salgado played in right last game. He will lead off for the offense in the home half of the inning. And speaking of leadoff, it's a leadoff walk for Tyler O'Neill, the center fielder, which will get the game underway in the right direction for Westmoreland County. We will take this opportunity to set the defense for KSU. At catcher is Caleb Salgado. First base, Andrew Powell. Tucker at second, Norman at short, Jeremy Patchett at third. And from left to right in the outfield, Campbell, Waddell, and Leonard. And on the bump, Brenton Billman. Billman sets and delivers, misses upstairs as a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Matthew Scarpa. The right fielder, Scarpa, the sophomore, went to Greensburg-Salem High School, where the starting pitcher for this game, Ethan Wilson, also went. Swing and a miss, a hefty cup. Salgado getting out of the throw, not in time, and that will give second base to the leadoff hitter, O'Neill. Westmoreland have done an excellent job on the base path today, as they have been able to take advantage of a few miscues between the pitcher and catcher. The pitch. A good spot by Billman, not going to get the call as it just misses. It was close, as it looks like he wanted it to be called a strike and had a case for it too. Tucker working at second base. The pitch. There it is. Billman finds the zone. Going into this game, there was a question on if we would play both games or even have baseball today. But in talking to Westmoreland, their mindset was clear. We woke up at 5 a.m. today to drive here. We are playing 2 games of baseball. And that really has gone really well for them. 18 runs in game number 1, a grand slam, an overall great performance as they look to replicate the act here in game number 2. That ball fouled out of play. We saw a lot of action from the dugout, and we do have a sprinter for the baseball. 2 of them join, and the search party continues. It's a sprint. Braylon Collins, the freshman from Perry, going for it, and that is strike 3. Scarpa unable to get the bat off of his shoulders as Billman earns out number 1. A good pitch there from Brenton Billman as he is able to retire the 2-hitter, and that will help his cause on defense. Brandon Bell, the shortstop, steps up for his first cuts of the doubleheader. The sophomore went to Gateway High School. Billman, looking back at second base, will not have a play. Billman checking once again, delivers. It's grounded. Salgado, the gun down. The tag is in time. Salgado, the beautiful missile down to Patchett at third, where Patchett applies the tag, and he eliminates O'Neill from the base path. Caleb Salgado, what a catcher KSU has. He is dangerous. Whenever he can make a play behind the dish, he will make it 9 times out of 10. He is an excellent catcher, blocking, commanding, leading, and throwing. He can do it all. The pitch. Salgado couldn't get to that one. A wild pitch. He was close, but just couldn't keep it close. He will be the leadoff hitter in the home half of the inning. This pitch fouled into the backstop. Once again, heavy rain somewhat coming down here at Conotton Valley High School. That has been a constant since I got here at 10:30. It has not stopped raining. That is not an exaggeration. That is legitimate. It has rained every minute and every second since I arrived. Actually, more like 10 to 15, so 5 hours-ish now. It's been raining constantly. The pitch hits him. That is where control in the rain could be an issue. And with 2 away, Bell will reach. And now the dangerous 4-hitter Wyatt Nels steps up for his first cut of the ball game. Flashing back to the 7th inning of Game 1. A missile launched over the Conotton lettering in left center field granted him a grand slam. The freshman looks to replicate it here. Not the grand slam part, but more the home run. Pass the ball on the throw over to first. Powell running for it, and sliding into second base is Bell. So once again, that will give Westmoreland a runner in scoring position to work with. A lot of this is coming down to the weather. This is a great test for Coach Cole's guys. Last week, a tough loss in Game 2. Game 1 got out of hand quick. But Game 2, a real heartbreaker, really showing them, okay, we can win against good teams. We just need to be able to finish. There's a reason why so many teams in Ohio have adopted the mantra of finish this year. The pitch from Billman runs up as Nels goes to the ground to avoid the hit. There is the control slipping away once again from Billman. Tucker working at second. The pitch. Salgado blocks, keeps it close, and Bell learns from the mistake of O'Neal and stays put at second base. Game 1, that would most likely have been another stolen bag, but Caleb Salgado once again keeps the ball close. He has been really good so far in this short sample size behind the dish. The throwback by Billman, not in time. Another good idea, him and Tucker getting on the same brainwave over at second base. The Otterbein transfer looking to get out of the inning unscathed. He misses inside there. Salgado having to go to his left to snag it. Two down, top one, runner at second base for Westmoreland County Community College. The pitch right down the pipe, a good get-right pitch for Brenton Billman. Billman looking to build off of that pitch. Nels trying to take advantage, and he does. Smacked into left field, and he repeats the act. The second home run in a row for Wyatt Nels puts Westmoreland up 2-0. 6 RBIs across 2 at-bats. The freshman Wyatt Nels has arrived at the collegiate level. You can see the swing there. Now we cut back to the celebration at home. What a cut by Wyatt Nels. Unbelievable. The moment that ball left his bat, we all knew it was gone. The ping and the swing, it could not have been any better for Wyatt Nels. Larry Weaver, the first baseman, I feel bad for him. He has to one-up the 2 home run in a row act of Wyatt Nels. On the outside corner, Billman is able to freeze Weaver. In the on-deck circle is the catcher, Trey Waugh. That pitch misses just low, 1-1 count. If you're just tuning in on the last at-bat, Wyatt Nels, the freshman from Uniontown, hit a 2-run bomb over in left field, giving the visitors a 2-0 lead in game number 2 and scoring their 19th and 20th runs of the doubleheader. And it will be a walk quickly for Weaver, as that will continue the parade on the base path for Westmoreland. Coach Draghi definitely enjoying this doubleheader. He has seen and coached a lot of good baseball over the years, and this is no different. It might be fall play, but a couple guys are really, as there's a bee in my face, really showing something today to their coach, saying, hey, I could be an impact guy for the Wolfpack this year. A good block by Salgado, a textbook block too. You see that, dropping to the knees, keeping the glove in between, textbook and perfect. A throwback from Billman, not in time, had plenty of power, a good idea. The throwback to Billman sneaks just past him, but he's able to get a piece on it, slowing its momentum. And Billman will chuck that ball out. Coach Dane chucking another one to Salgado. A whole assembly line to get the right ball to Billman. The junior sets and throws back. Close there, the right spot to Powell, but the tag just not in time. Brenton Billman will come set. Now the pitch. Salgado blocks out to his right. Runner goes. Salgado has no action to take as Weaver is in easily into second base. He had a good block, but a little bit too far out to his right. So, Westmoreland, they can keep the ball rolling with another scorer potentially on the base path. And on top of him being on the base path, being in scoring position makes the job of Waugh a lot easier. Almost hits him in the head. The dip would have done so if he didn't move out of the way. Billman goes again. Swing and a miss. Changes things up, and Waugh cannot connect. In the on-deck circle is Riley Smith, the second baseman. Swing and a miss. Billman, 2 strikes in a row. He is starting to settle into the ball game after giving up the early home run. The pitch. Tries to get a 3rd strike in a row. Can't find it as Waugh will join Weaver on the base path via the walk. 3 walks this inning so far surrendered by Billman. And now Riley Smith steps up for his first cuts of this ballgame. Smith is the 7-hitter with Sam Krieger, the starter from game 1, now designated hitter on deck. 2-0 count. Going back to Billman, it's a homecoming for him. He went to New Philly High School, grew up in New Philadelphia, went to Otterbein in Westerville, where my Purple Raiders will be on Saturday as they do battle with the Cardinals, as Noah Boudre and co. look to improve to 4-0 on the year. But decided to take a change of scenery for his junior year. Come home, come and join the project that Coach Cole has going for Kent State Tuscarawas and make an impact. He has struggled to settle in thus far, but there's still plenty of time. This is where you get your struggles out of the way. This is where the growing pains come. You're never going to join a new program and instantaneously be elite. That is not reasonable to ask of any pitcher. And that will load the bases. Joe Fisher, it looks like, getting warm in the bullpen for KSU Tuscarawas. But still, even though this outing and the one prior hasn't gone the way he has wished, it's still a learning experience and he can get better from it. Especially having the film. This one, you can kind of see. It's just a tough angle given the umbrella, or excuse me, the tent. Kind of works as an umbrella, same difference. But given where that is, we can't extend the camera up anymore without getting the camera wet and having the tent in the shot. But still, he goes back, watches film, and can get better. The pitch, ground ball hit weakly to Billman. Billman will just tag the runner and retire the side. A good pitcher fielding play by the junior, but not before Wyatt Nels launches the ball over into left field, which gives Westmoreland a 2-0 lead heading into KSU's first cuts of the ballgame. Home half of the first at Conotton Valley High School in Bowerston, Ohio. 2-0 in favor of Westmoreland is your score. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon in Game 2 of our doubleheader on this rainy Sunday afternoon. First pitch of the home half of the inning is a ball. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat for Salgado. Salgado caught a runner stealing second in the top of the first. Salgado cranks it into center field, and it will be caught. No, it just escapes out of the glove of O'Neal. Salgado's into second. He turns. He goes to three. There is no contest at three, as Salgado is in the third base, and the pitcher, Ethan Wilson, will run and retrieve the ball. Salgado, what looked like it was going to be a catch, turns into him reaching third base. So now the tying run, Campbell steps into the batter's box, and we will take this time to set the defense for WCCC. On the bump, Ethan Wilson. Behind the dish, you have Wall. First base, Weaver. Second base, Smith. Bell at short. Nels at third. And from left to right in the outfield, you have, I believe, looking at the roster real quick, Dacules, O'Neal, and Scarpa. The pitch from Wilson. Beautiful pitch, just missing upstairs. But Salgado has shown hustle. The second time the ball has missed an outfielder by a hair that he's been able to take advantage of. Salgado thought about it, but Wall does a nice job to react and get to the baseball. Considering that Wilson ended game one, there is some action in the bullpen. It looks like that is Smith getting ready to come on. The pitch. That will be a walk as Campbell just does enough patience-wise. A couple of good pitches at bat that maybe he could have swung at, but still, they went down as balls. It's runners at the corners with none away as Andrew Powell, the first baseman, steps up for his first cuts of game number 2. Powell last year batted .370 with 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 16 RBIs. Waugh finds the ball. It's trapped underneath him. A 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on the first baseman with the ever-dangerous Jeremy Powell awaiting, or Jeremy Patrick, mixing up people's names already in this game in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Runs inside, almost on the zone, a good spot. But Patchett, back in game 2 last week, had the home run that put them in the lead over Miami. It wasn't enough as a late game comeback by Middletown ended up giving them the win. We have a rundown between first and second. Salgado waiting for his opportunity. They look, and now he breaks for home. The throw to the plate is wide and not in time. Salgado does enough, assisted by Caleb Campbell. Campbell goes back to second base. He is safe. The trickery on the base path is enough to get KSU back within 1. Salgado played his part perfectly. He was patient at third base. He waited for an opportunity to break, and Caleb Campbell, to his credit, stayed in the rundown just long enough, and that is enough to now put the tying run in scoring position. Beautiful trickery by KSU Tuscarawas. Wilson comes set. The pitch. Good block by Waugh. Wilson has missed low a couple of times. His day could end earlier than anticipated with the action still in the bullpen. The pitcher gives the okay sign to Coach Draghi in the dugout, so the change could come after this batter. And with Jeremy Patchett coming up next, it is going to be a tough task to take him down. The wrong pitch, we're talking about a KSU lead. This one skips wide to the left of Waugh. Waugh does a nice job to react, but the double take to get it costs him. Campbell at third. It's runners at the corners, still with none away. And still no hits. Time will be called. Coach Draghi, I think, will make the call to the bullpen. Wilson, he closed out game number 1, so his day was never going to be long in game number 2, but it ends. No outs recorded, 1 run scores. We will see Jake Smith, I believe, come on to pitch when we return. pitching change has been made. The call to the bullpen brings on Jake Smith, the right-handed pitcher. The sophomore went to Greensburg-Salem along with the man that he relieved in Ethan Wilson and also his right fielder Matthew Scarpa. It is time for Jeremy Patchett with runners at first and third to make an impact in this game with none away. First pitch blocked, 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Patchett. If you're just tuning in, this is game 2 of our doubleheader. Game 1 took a very long time. Ball is passed. The runner will take second base as Waugh is able to get there. So now the go-ahead run stands at second base. Another quick recovery by Waugh behind the dish. He has been active. When the ball gets passed, he is able to get there pretty quick, but still a lot more work to do for both sides in this first inning. Swing and a miss. Patchett chases upstairs, and now that will make his job a little bit tougher. Good idea by Patchett, but a little bit too far up. Sometimes you need to be patient. That pitch almost hits him in the head. He's able to duck out of the way, but he offered at the high heat, and then the high heat greeted him right back. Patchett will take a second to regather himself in the box before facing another pitch from Smith. Smith sets and delivers. Cranked into left center field, still going on back, and it is caught in left field by Dacules, but a run will score. It is a sacrifice fly for Jeremy Patchett to tie the game up at 2 apiece. A good hit there by Jeremy Patchett. It looked like it was still going back, but caught. Dacules does a nice job to get back there and snag it. But Jeremy Patchett ties the game up at 2. And now up steps Joe Fisher. 2-2 ball game, go-ahead runner at second base. Swing and a miss. Fisher chases outside. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Fisher had a home run in game 2 of last week's doubleheader. Same with Patchett. They were back-to-back jacks, and that was a great time for KSU. They felt like that was enough to win the game for them. Unfortunately, it was not, as they would go on to lose 13-8 in extra innings. A tough break for them. But they look to rebound this week. They weren't able to do so in game 1, but game 2 right now, we expect runs, and 4 runs in. This has been a tight matchup. We are still awaiting our first hit, however, of the game. The pitch, chopped foul. Only 1 hit for either team, and that was the home run from Nels. 4 runs, 1 hit. Smith sets and delivers. Hit awkwardly off the bat and caught at second base. A dangerous play as Smith is able to get there for out number 2. But that almost rung up Powell at the same time. Josh Leonard steps up for his first cuts of the ballgame. The sophomore from C.W. Baker High School will be tasked with scoring Powell from second base. The first pitch he sees is well outside. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. For Westmoreland in the the top of the second inning, it will be, I believe, Wilson, Dacules, and O'Neill due up. The pitch. Good block. Runner will go. Waugh loses it, and that will put the go-ahead run 90 feet away from scoring. So now a hit here from Leonard becomes even more paramount for KSU. The pitch misses upstairs. Jared Waddell, the center fielder, is getting ready in the on-deck circle for KSU. He could have a big at-bat upcoming. Instead, he will have to wait another pitch as it's a strike to Leonard. He thought it was a ball as he got ready to toss the bat, but before he was able to do so, the ump brought him back down to earth. Ground ball hit up the gut. It's going to be a tough play at short. The throw is not going to happen. That will give KSU the 3-2 lead as it just sneaks past the glove of Bell. Beautiful bit of hitting and running by KSU. They are able to foil the defense, and on the E6, that gives KSU their first lead since this stage in game number 1. Waddell's first pitch is upstairs, so he will have a 1-0 count to work with. The second pitch misses outside. A good block by Waugh. Keeps it close, but still a 2-0 count. Kent State's dugout starting to get more and more involved with their words. On the outside corner, Smith is able to convert the pitch to a strike, making it a 2-1 count. After Waddell, Donovan Tucker, the second baseman, would be up this inning. It's a 3-1 count, so we might see him as the onslaught of offense continues. Runner goes. Now a 3-2 count to end the inning. Waugh does his job. A beautiful dime down to second base, retires the side. But not before KSU Tuscarawas is able to respond with 3 runs of their own. End of 1 at Conotton Valley High School. 3-2 is your score in favor of KSU Tuscarawas. As we get back to the action at Conotton Valley High School, some NFL score updates for you. In the fourth quarter, the 7:46 remaining, the Bengals lead the Panthers 31-21, but the Panthers have 4th down and 3 at Cincy's 30. The Saints, with possession, have a 2-minute drill at Atlanta 17, down 23-17. Jacksonville up 20-17 over Houston. And they have 4th and 11 at their own 28, so C.J. Stroud and company will get one last chance. Denver, just getting on the board, leads it 10-9 over the Jets with 8:55 left to go in regulation. The Packers, also just scoring, trail 28-20 to Green Bay. First pitch of the inning is outside 1-0 count. It's the Vikings up 28-20. The pitch from Billman. Ground ball hit to the right side. A big play by Tucker. And he completes it. The snag on the slide, and the chuck to Powell is able to retire the leadoff hitter for out number 1. A good bit of defense by Donovan Tucker, the freshman. And just to round up the score updates, the Green Bay Packers put 2 more points on the board, so they trail by 6. The Colts, with 6:03 left to go, lead 27-17. The Bears, with possession of 24-18 over the Rams, with a chance to close that game out. And finally, the Buccaneers up 33-16 over the Philadelphia Eagles. And as well, when we have them, we will provide score updates for the Cleveland Browns at the Las Vegas Raiders football game, kicking off at 4:25. So a big day in sports, a lot of action across many different sports, as I believe today is the end of the regular season for the MLB. So a lot of games going on today as things conclude as we enter October. The pitch from Billman, lined up the middle and drops in front of Waddell for a one-out single. A nice bit of hitting by Dacules. We now go back to the top of the order for Westmoreland as Tyler O'Neill, who walked his first time up and was thrown out stealing second, steps up for his second cuts of the ball game. Billman getting ready, comes set and delivers. Ground ball hit powerfully but weakly at the same time to the right side foul. A hefty cut but not enough power. So now an 0-1 count. Matthew Scarpa, the right fielder, awaits in the on-deck circle for Westmoreland as they look to get the runs back that they conceded in the home half of the first. Runner goes high. Salgado, the chuck for two. Doesn't get it. A beautiful stolen bag by Dacules as he's just in. Salgado came very close to earning his second throwout of the afternoon. The tying run now resides in scoring position for WCCC. The pitch misses low. KSU, they have a doubleheader next weekend. We will not be covering that game as it is on the road. The pitch misses off the plate. Billman looking to settle in. Will not do so as that pitch misses low. O'Neill earns his second walk of the ballgame. Scarpa, the right fielder, went to Greensburg Salem High School, as did Wilson along with Jake Smith. So three guys coming over from that program, all three from the graduating class of 2023. The pitch misses upstairs. Billman looking to establish the zone. Now has a 1-0 count to work with. As for KSU, they will have Waddell Tucker and Norman due up next inning. Salgado, the throw over to three is not in time. Patchett got hit as he came down with the ball. He appears to be okay, which is a good sign, but definitely a scary position for him to be in as he returned to the turf. Two runners in scoring position with one away. Scarpa has a big opportunity to retake the lead. Usually the game of baseball, you don't see too many runs, but today that has been quite the opposite. 23 runs in game one, 5 here. So if both runners that are on base score, that would take us to 30 runs across 2 games. As Scarpa walks, so it's 2 walks in a row surrendered by Billman. I believe that is his 6th overall. And now Brandon Bell with arguably the most crucial at-bat of the game thus far. I think KSU is just relieved. The man in the on-deck circle, Wyatt Nels, isn't in the batter's box right now, given what he was able to do his last time up and the time before that as well. Salgado blocks it and gets it to his right hand. A nice swift 1-2 move from him to keep the runners honest. And Billman will chuck another ball out of play as he looks for a baseball he can get a good grip on. 2-0 count. The pitch misses low. A tough spot for Billman to be in. He does not want to leave the bases loaded for Nels, the power hitter. At the same time, he doesn't want to go down and have the game be tied. And he does. Walking Bell on 4 pitches, the 3rd walk in a row. So a tie ball game. Coach Cole will go and talk to Billman. This will most likely signal the end of his day. Maybe not at the same time. Fisher was getting warm, went back to the dugout, and now is back out warming up once again. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come in right now. You have Nels, who's already hit a home run this game. He's hit 2 in a row. He can swing the bat extremely well. But at the same time, would you want to put a fresh arm in the mix against a batter who can hit that well? It's a toss-up. I could see either decision paying off or hurting KSU. Coach Cole will keep the faith in Brenton Billman, as this could be it for him today. Nels, with one swing of the bat, could give a dominant lead to Westmoreland. Billman looking to get out of the inning. A good block by Salgado. A 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. As you can hear, Caleb Salgado giving encouragement to his starting pitcher. Another block. The control losing its spot. The pitch. Whoa! The bat flew further than the baseball. The ball did not get hit. Nels loses the bat. It slips out of his hands. And you can see, once he gets back on screen, he does not wear batting gloves. Coach Draghi might be investing in some batting gloves for the freshman after this game so he doesn't get hit over at third base. I'm going to assume the conversation went, now hit the ball like that. And he does. Plenty of zip, foul. I think Coach Draghi is just relieved not to see a wooden bat flying at him opposed to the baseball this time. The pitch. On the outside corner, Nels freezes Billman. A big out number 2. What a pitch call and what a spot. With 2 away, up steps Larry Weaver. He walked his first time up. Billman now 1 out away from getting out of this huge jam. Just misses low. It's a 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Weaver, the freshman from CV High School. Ball hit well out of play down the right field line. It's a 1-1 count on the freshman who walked his first time up. On the outside corner, Billman hits his spot. Now a 1-2 count. Billman needs this K. This can help introduce him. Ground ball right side. Tucker, the chuck with the right hand, is in time to the shortstop, Norman. The 2 new middle infielders combine to retire the side. 1 run scores, but no other damage. We go into the home half of the frame, tied up at 3. home half of the inning in the second at Conotton Valley High School. We have an offensive battle on our hands today. 3-3 is your score through an inning and a half. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon if you are just tuning in. Smith's pitch misses upstairs. If you are just tuning in, the starting pitcher for Westmoreland, Ethan Wilson, had to leave the game. They pulled him. He played the ending of game one. He went in, he settled things down defensively, and pitched the seventh inning. Then they kept him in for the beginning of game two. He was always going to be a one-inning pitcher, but in the end, allowed a lot of things to happen. Both runs, I believe, will go against him. Coach Draghi pulled the plug, and now that is where we leave off with Jake Smith on the bump. And it's a lead-off walk as Waddell does a nice job to battle. Had a long at-bat last time we saw him, but it was interrupted as it was a beautiful chuck down by Waugh, which retired the side. Now Donovan Tucker steps up, the freshman from Bishop Hartley, looking to make an impact at the sticks after having a nice put out with a slide. The nod and delivery. Just misses upstairs. Good patience by Tucker. And we have some more action in the bullpen as Stonebreaker, the sophomore, is getting ready. Good idea by Smith, but not in time on the delivery. This pitch misses outside and low into the other batter's box. Tanner Norman, the 9-hitter, awaiting. A beautiful pitch there by Smith. Tucker sees it now. What will he do on this next pitch? I wouldn't be surprised to see him swing. Instead, he holds his composure. It could have been a challenging pitch. It missed well outside, but that could have been something in the back of his mind of, I need to swing. He doesn't, and that will move the runner into scoring position ahead of him, and he will take first base. And now we will see Tanner Norman, the shortstop, for the first time this doubleheader, take some swings. Bunt being shown, pulled back. It's a 1-0 count as you can see the first baseman charging down the line. Weaver getting some action, making sure he will be in the right spot to field a bunt if that is what KSU opts for. Bunt shown again. He can't get it down. That evens it up at 1-1. A good idea to try and play small ball here. You have no outs, move the runners along, and then trust Caleb Salgado to make some magic happen. Bunting shown again, and it's in the zone. Now a 1-2 count, so it's a swinging situation for Norman. Smith sets and delivers. Cranked into right field and caught. No one will tag, and that is out number one. A good bit of defense in right by Scarpa as he is able to get underneath it amid the rain. Caleb Salgado, the leadoff hitter, steps back into the box for his second cuts of this afternoon's game number 2. He reached on an error his first time up as the ball just bobbled out of the center fielder's glove. The pitch. Inside corner, just missing it. It's a 1-0 count to begin this at-bat. A little bit of wind starting to pick up here. The pitch. Misses low and out this time. 2-0 count on Salgado. After Salgado, Caleb Campbell awaits. That was a good pitch to turn on, but he leaves it, making it a 2-1 count. Salgado last year batted .380 with 7 doubles, 3 triples, and 20 RBIs. Had an impressive sophomore year. His junior year looks to be his best yet. Doesn't hold back there, making it now a 2-2 count. A big pitch as Smith looks to get one out closer to getting out of the jam. He doesn't. The backpick attempt from the catcher, Waugh, not in time. A good idea behind the dish. Tried to get the 2-for-1 deal. They missed at the plate and also missed down at first. But still, almost a good play. They had the right mindset. Now, can they execute? The pitch. Chopped foul into the netting on Westmoreland's side. But this team, going from last year to only having 12 guys to competing with 24, a lot of chemistry issues they need to work out. That's just coming with going from 12 to 24 guys, nothing more. Down the line, foul. But so far, the chemistry issues have really worked themselves out nicely. A lot of good rapport built between pitchers and catchers. A lot of guys making the adjustment at the same time. You saw in game 1, Kick working with Caden Castillo. Billman remaining with the seasoned Salgado. It's things like this that will help make a world of difference for KSU Tuscarawas as they look to build a winning culture. And Salgado draws the walk. A good bit of patience by him, and that loads the bases as Caleb Campbell, who has been on a tear lately, has a big chance to do some damage. Bases loaded, 1 away. No better time for Caleb Campbell to continue his hit parade. While giving some instructions as well as encouragement behind the dish. The first offering to Campbell is a strike, a good pitch by Smith. Nothing on 1 count to begin the at-bat. Campbell last year batted .349. And on top of that, 7 doubles, 1 home run, and 12 RBIs. So, an impressive season from him. But like Salgado, his junior year looks to be his best. Swing and a miss. He chases outside. He is down to his final strike with Andrew Powell, the first baseman, awaiting in the on-deck circle. Smith looking for a loud out. Number 2 doesn't get it quite yet, but now does a good catch by Scarpa. The runners will tag up. And that will be enough. Actually, it falls, so it is an RBI. Or excuse me, a little bit of confusion there. It is a sacrifice fly. It was caught by Scarpa. He does his job, and that makes it a 4-3 ball game. A little bit of confusion seeing the numbers move along, but a good tag there. Runners at the corners with now 2 away, but more importantly, KSU leads it 4-3. So now with 2 away, we will have a courtesy runner for Salgado. Andrew Powell, number 17, will step in. The senior from Utah looks to make an impact, batting .370 with 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 16 RBIs in 2024 in the spring. His senior year, that is it for him. He needs to make an impact, and he wants to make the end of his career memorable. You see it at the high school level, a lot of kids playing their last games, but at the collegiate level, you had 4 more years of blood, sweat, and tears. It becomes a lot more meaningful as you get to the end of your career. You see guys like Jeremy Patchett, Salgado, Caleb Campbell, the juniors. They will play their last year of summer ball this upcoming summer. It's going to be an adjustment as they start to get used to life without baseball. Ground ball snagged by Smith, and the throw to first is in time to prevent any more damage as KSU is able to get another run on the board as they take the lead 4-3 heading into the third. A couple broadcasts still upcoming this week on Tuesday and Wednesday live on SmeeSports. Two soccer games, Alliance versus Marlington. It's the backyard brawl. The men play on Tuesday. The women play on Wednesday. Alliance home Tuesday. Marlington home Wednesday. Both of those games starting at 7 p.m. live here on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. And as well this week over on Instagram, I will be taking over the Life of a Raider account. And you'll be able to see my progress and see what I can do throughout a full week. A lot of big games upcoming. So to stay up to date on all of that action, go follow the Life of a Raider account on Instagram and see what I'm up to during the week. Spoiler alert, I go to class, I do broadcasting, I eat, and I sleep. Nothing really more than that. Ground ball hit to the left side of the infield. Patchett goes in front of the shortstop and takes it, and the throw is in time. Patchett, the nice throw across to Powell, retires the lead-off hitter for out number one. A good snatch by Patchett. It looked like it was going to Campbell, but if they let the ball roll that far, then maybe the play would not have been made, as it still was a decently close play, but Patchett does his job. And now Riley Smith, who walked his first time up, steps back into the box for his second cuts. Bunt being shown, executed perfectly. Billman scoops. The throw is in time. A great bunt, but an even better play by Brenton Billman to retire Smith for out number two. Two quick fire outs in the top of the third, and now Sam Krieger, the designated hitter, steps up for his second cuts. He was retired his first time up. The pitch. Misses low. Some action, not in the bullpen, but off the side, as Westmoreland will keep some arms warm as Krieger does his job splitting second base and first, hitting right center field with a two-out single. He turned on the ball at a perfect time, and Apo Taco getting into right field. Krieger on the base path is the tying run. Let's see how far he can advance, as now Ethan Wilson, the starting pitcher, will be tasked with moving him along. Billman sets and delivers. Misses up and out. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on the sophomore from Greensburg Salem High School. Four, 4-3, top three. Two away is your score, setting and outs as KSU holds on to the lead for now, but still plenty of action left to go. Good block by Salgado. Game one of the longest games I have ever covered. Almost 3 hours of play for 7 innings. The pitch. Beautiful dip. For those of you who know the schedule, Game 2 was supposed to start around 2 p.m. This one actually started, I believe, more near 3:30 is when we ended up getting underway. So still less than an hour in, and there's a chance that if it did start at 3:30, we could be around the halfway point an hour in, which would put us on pace for a 2-hour game. Both sides, it's been a long day for them. I think they just want to either win or go home. Patchett, throw across, in time, a beautiful snag by Powell. The rapport is growing between those two at the corners as Patchett earns his second putout of the frame, retiring the side. No harm, no foul. We go into the home half of the third with KSU up 4-3. As you can see on your screen, if you are a small business owner looking to sponsor local broadcasts in the Greater Alliance area, contact me at one of the 3 avenues on your screen as I'm looking to expand on my coverage. I already do a lot of Alliance and Marlington games. If I can promote some businesses while doing so, that would be the cherry on top. Thank you to all who are watching as well. That's a good segue into that. A lot of support over the past couple of weeks as I believe I've grown my subscriber base by over 30 new subscribers, which not easy to do. My growth has really been expedited by this opportunity to cover baseball this fall. It's been really fun, and I've really been enjoying this as Patchett launches it foul over to the left side. But the expedition, if you will, of my subscriber base has been really appreciated. So thank you to all who have subscribed. And in doing the math from last Sunday to now, I was at 124 last Sunday. I believe I'm at 162. So 38 total new subscribers. Yes, 38. That's the correct number with that math. So thank you to all 38 who have subscribed and all 162 who have subscribed in total. Patchett now down in the count, 0-2. After 2 hefty cuts, it will be him, Fisher, and Leonard due to hit in the home half of the third. The pitch. Misses up over Patchett's head. Dylan Stonebreaker now on the pitch as well for Westmoreland as they are now on their third pitcher in as many innings. The 1-2. Blocked, which evens it up now at 2-2. Patchett being patient after 2 good cuts. Stonebreaker sets and delivers. Ground ball fouled to the left side. Patchett, once again from Maryland, his family in attendance today watching him amid the rain. 2-2 count. The pitch. Scooped. 3-2, and that will be a walk for Patchett. He does his job once again. The leadoff man is aboard for KSU. Joe Fisher, the designated hitter, steps up for his second cuts of the ball game. He popped out to second base his first time up. We saw Fisher warming up a little while ago in the bullpen. Still, we have not seen him come on to pitch for KSU. That's a perfect pitch by Stonebreaker to get the at-bat underway. Nothing at 1 count to begin this at-bat for Fisher. Stonebreaker coming set, nods and delivers. Misses upstairs, evening it up at 1-1. After Fisher, Josh Leonard will be up to hit. The delivery misses just into the other batter's box. Still, the rain continuing to come down. It looked like for a brief moment it was going to stop, but still, it has been coming down probably since early this morning. I believe in the next 3 or 4 hours the rain should subside, but that will be well after this game concludes. Without this field being a turf facility, we would not have played this game. Absolutely no chance that dirt would have held this. Ground ball hit to the left side, snagged by Nell. The throw across is not in time. Nels did his job, but he wasn't able to get both outs. Patchett is out, so it's a fielder's choice. So Wyatt Nels has the home run and now the put out to his name as Josh Leonard, the lefty, steps up for his second cuts. He reached on an error his first time up this game. The sophomore looked to move the runner along at first. That could have been the pitch to turn on as it's in the zone and came in at a favorable angle. Nothing at 1 count to begin the at-bat on Leonard. Stonebreaker sets and delivers. Swing a bit, and the bat goes flying into the net. The tag is there. Waugh the throw, but that might be overshadowed by the bat flip. The accidental bat flip makes way for the fireworks of the throwout. That is the second time a player has had their bat fly out. The pitch. And it hits him. That time the bat is supposed to fly out of his hands as it is chucked towards the dugout. It is a hard 90 with 2 away. Waddell steps up for his second cuts of the ball game. Walked his first time up. And I think both sides are just hoping we don't have any more bats fly onto the field. Stonebreaker's first delivery hits the outside corner. A beautiful location. Nothing at 1 count to begin the at-bat. Stonebreaker taking his time, sets and delivers. 2 strikes in a row. A good job by Stonebreaker to adjust to this at-bat. He has found his spot 2 times in a row. He looks to make himself 3 times lucky and get out of the jam. Foul away. There's no real jam this inning, but still plenty of runners getting on base. I believe a total now of 3 players have reached base this inning, 2 of which have been retired. But still, a lot of guys doing their job getting on base. That gets to a pitcher. That gets to a defense. They're doing what they can, and still, people are finding their way on base. Blocked out. A nice job by Waugh as he is able to chase down the loose ball. And the dugout, you can hear Dak Prescott's trademark, "Here we go." KSU finding any way to give encouragement to their hitters. The pitch from Stonebreaker. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. The first K of the afternoon recorded by Dylan Stonebreaker retires the side. No damage other than a scare on the near side with the bat flying out of the hands of Josh Leonard. We go into the fourth with KSU leading 4-3. Top four at Conotton Valley High School in Bowerston, Ohio. A rainy afternoon, but still a few innings left to go in our doubleheader. KSU finds themselves up 4-3 in game number 2. First pitch of the inning by Billman misses wide to the left. 1-0 count to begin this sequence as Dacules looks to make some good contact. He does there as he fouls it away. This is going to be a big part of the game, as the middle part is really where a lot of games are won and lost. If you break down near that 5th inning mark, that is when you start to have the other team get in their rhythm. If one team breaks, the other team grows. That's just really how the game of baseball is built, and it's a beautiful thing, especially in a game this closely contested. Ground ball up the middle by Dacules. Campbell slides. The chuck is in time. A beautiful play by Caleb Campbell to record out number 1. Or excuse me, that is Norman in the game at shortstop. But still a good play as he is able to retire Dacules. Tyler O'Neill steps in for the 3rd time today. 2 walks to his name. He looks to make it 3 in a row. Bunt pulled back quickly. Good recognition by the dugout as they all yelled in unison, bunt. It's a 1-0 count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That will even it up at 1-1. Billman continuing to deal. Cranked right side. Scooped at first. No one home. Billman running. And the play is not in time. Billman dives. He tried to make the play. He will be helped up, but Powell did the right thing. He let him in stride, but just not enough. And as well, Billman needs to be careful tumbling like that over at first base. That is a great way to get a knee injury. So he will need to be cautious the rest of the way. His day probably won't go much longer. Fisher getting warm for the 3rd time now. So I would assume, regardless of the outcome, he will not pitch much longer. So now Scarpa steps up for the 3rd time. A strikeout looking and a walk thus far for him across 2 plate appearances. The pitch. Hits the outside corner. Billman today has done an excellent job of hitting the corners. That has been something he has improved upon since last week. Smack left side foul. Plenty of zip on that line drive as it goes towards Fisher in the bullpen. Now time will be called as it looks like we had the ball go into the bullpen, or excuse me, from the bullpen into the outfield. And the ball is taken care of. So now a 1-2 count on Scarpa. Brandon Bell awaiting up next. Billman looking for out number 2. Gets it. A big pitch by Brenton Billman. His second strikeout of the ball game earns out number 2 in the top of the 4th. Brandon Bell through 2 plate appearances, a hard 90 and an easy 90. A hit by pitch and a walk to his name thus far. Still, the tying run stands at first base with 2 away in the 4th. Into left center field, caught. A nice job by Waddell as he closes the gap and closes this attempt on Westmoreland. We go into the home half of the 4th with KSU still leading 4-3. We are beginning the second half of game number 2, but as we saw in game number 1, this game could go for a long time. Game number 1, an extremely long affair, going for almost 3 hours. But now, around the hour mark, we are halfway through. This should be a simple 2-hour game, but as I say that, we're going to be here another couple hours most likely. The rain still coming down. It's slowing down a little bit. Still plenty dry underneath the tent, as are many of the fans. A lot of canopies still being shown around the facilities. It's very nice to see how many people were able to come out today amid the rain, even though the weather, obviously, as I mentioned, the rain is not pleasant today. But any day that we can have some baseball is a good day. The pitch from Stonebreaker misses off the plate. This inning, Donovan Tucker, Tanner Norman, and Caleb Salgado, the 3 due up to hit for KSU Tuscarawas. Good pitch there by Stonebreaker as he goes to the outside corner and hits it. Stonebreaker getting ready. And time is called as Tucker needs a second. Stonebreaker comes prepared. He deals. Ground ball to the shortstop, scooped up by Bell, and the throw is in time. The defense in game number 2 has been great for both sides as Bell picks out Weaver for out number 1. With 1 away, the shortstop, Tanner Norman, steps up for his second cuss of the ball game, a fly out to his name as he looks to get on the bases. It's a 1-run game. KSU wants to add on to their lead of 1 run. That is never a confident lead. It never is. It never will be. Leading 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, whatever it may be, it's always going to be a highly contested score. You need to get a couple insurance runs, whether it be here or in the 5th. You do not want to have this game go into the 6th, 4-3, or even worse, 4-4, 5-4 in favor of Westmoreland, whatever it may be. Popped up and out of play. Lucky for KSU, the heart of their lineup is still upcoming as Salgado will get the power underway. They're really 1 through 5 guys can hit the ball really powerfully. So any of those guys up, they have a good chance. Pass ball on the drop third, and KSU will get on the bases. It's a good stop over at first base, but good hustle on the drop third by Norman. Stonebreaker earns his 2nd K, but it will not matter. Salgado now stepping in with a runner on and 1 away, opposed to 2 away. That could end up being a point of difference in the late stages of this game. Stonebreaker checking the runner. Stonebreaker sets and delivers. Popped up and out of play. KSU's bench, they have been active throughout this entire game, not only snatching foul balls in competition with Westmoreland, but also they have been able to hype up their team. Everyone on the fence in the rain, they are ready to cheer on Caleb Salgado. Good snatch by Waugh as he's able to keep it in front. After today, KSU will have completed 2 of their 3 doubleheaders in the fall. They have 1 more next weekend on the road before they get back into the offseason. KSU, they just want some wins. Last year, 9-19, they struggled, 12 guys. That has been the storyline of this offseason. Doubling the roster. Does it double the wins, or does it get them at least some more wins? That is what they want. They don't need to double their win tally. That is not expected. They just need to produce more. That is what they should be focusing on. Get into double-digit wins. Put 1 foot in front of the other and focus on the small goals first. And then you focus on the big ones. 15 wins, making the national tournament, making a run there. You have to build first. You cannot expect it all to happen in 1 year. No rebuild happens like that, especially at this level. It's not like they have all the NIL money in the world to pay out to athletes. They don't. They have to recruit. They have to be smart with who they get in. And also, they have to understand if a kid goes and has one heck of a year, he might leave and go to another team in the area or out of state, depending on where they're from. You have some kids from out of state who, if they do really well, then, hey, there might be a Division II school that says, hey, we want you. They have to know that. They have to have a ton of talent on the roster. Runner goes. Salgado smacks to third base. The throw across on the 1-hop is in time. A nice play by the third baseman as he is able to pick out the first baseman. I believe now in is Massery in place of Nels. With Salgado retired for out number 2 and a runner in scoring position, up steps Caleb Campbell. A walk and a sacrifice fly in this game still technically hasn't been out on a basic out. He still, I believe, has only been retired once. 5 for 6, technically batting. Ball thrown in the outfield, and hesitating none is the runner who reached on the drop third, and that is hustle from Tanner Norman as he gives KSU a 5-3 lead. There is that dropped third coming back to bite Westmoreland. Bases are cleared for Campbell. A lot less pressure on him as now his job is simply get on base. Keep it going. But what hustle by Tanner Norman, the freshman. Going back to Norman. From Hartville, Ohio, went to Lake Center Christian High School. Hartville known for Lake, one of the powerhouses of the area, but still a school that he went to, I believe also a pretty good basketball school, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mixing them up with someone else, but they have had some good teams. But he came from there and is ready to make an impact in the spring and in the fall. He's made an impact there, being potentially the point of difference. You never know. It's too early in the game to call it, but you never know. That pitch misses outside as Campbell will walk. Andrew Powell, the first baseman, gets his turn now with a walk and a ground out to his name. Jeremy Patchett and Joe Fisher both have proven their home run power. A home run would be huge for KSU. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A hefty cut by the lefty puts him down. 0-1 in the count. Stonebreaker checks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Another hefty cut by Powell. From the dugout, you can hear aim for the scoreboard. It's an 0-2 count. Westmoreland looking to get out of the inning with no more damage so they can plate Nels if he does indeed stay in the game, which he might not after being subbed out defensively. Weaver and Waugh. Stonebreaker looking for his third strikeout. He gets it. A big pitch. The runner went. It does not matter. But KSU, they're able to get on the board once again. The drop third strike to Tanner Norman comes back and bites Westmoreland. Now a 5-3 game in favor of KSU when we return. It's the top of the fifth live at Conotton Valley High School. Three innings of action left to go in this doubleheader. KSU Tuscarawas up 5-3 over Westmoreland County Community College. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon in Game 2. Game 1, a resounding 18-5 victory for Westmoreland County Community College. They looked dominant from start to finish in that game. They were down early, but still, they looked good in the first, and they looked good in the seventh. They had a grand slam in that game to allow and right for them. Billman loses control there as Nels, who hit the grand slam and the home run earlier in the game, is back up for his third cuts. He was subbed out defensively as Masry came in for the fourth inning. Nels, one of two victims to the bat flip. His bat went flying after taking a swing along with the bat of the sophomore Josh Leonard. Billman wastes no time, delivers. Tries to go outside and misses. It's a leadoff walk for Nels. Up steps Larry Weaver, the first baseman. A walk and a ground out to his name thus far. Westmoreland, they're looking to make a comeback here in the fifth. KSU, they got their insurance run, and it was a gifted run given the drop third. If this ends in a one-run game, that will be something that the visitors will study for a long time. First pitch misses low. But the Wolfpack, they have been really good today. 21 total runs across both games. Even if this game doesn't go in their favor, a result of 21 to, as of right now, 9 across 2 games is pretty good. If you are Westmoreland, you came here with a simple task of winning, and they didn't win. They did win game 1. Game 2 still up for grabs. Even if they lose it, it's still a successful day at the office. Hit foul off of the signage for the field. And as well, in keeping to score updates around the NFL, you have to love when you play in a fantasy football league with defensive players and your linebacker scores a touchdown. I'm in a very good mood. Not really, as the Niners just scored a touchdown over New England. As a Seahawks fan, I could use the Niners losing again. Swing and a miss. Billman gets the K. That is his third of the game as it retires Weaver for out number 2. Or excuse me, out number 1. I was about to say, I thought I was on top of the outs this inning. I thought for a brief moment I wasn't, but I should have went with my gut. And now we go to Troy Waugh for his third cuts of the game. And it hits him. Billman needing a new baseball just slipped. That's just the issue with playing baseball as long as we have today. The control and grip is just lost. 12:02 was the official start time, but say 12 o'clock. We are nearing the 5th hour of baseball in this weather, plus warm-ups, plus all of that. These guys are tired, and these guys are soaked. First pitch grounded. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat against Smith. Now time will be called. Coach Cole will go and talk to his starting pitcher. Billman's day might be done, but today a lot better than last week. He has really improved. His day will end. 3 runs allowed. Joe Fisher will come on to pitch, but Brenton Billman has introduced himself to KSU Tuscarawas. As of right now, if things stand the way they are, he will be the winning pitcher. It is fishing time when we return. Joe Fisher on the pitch for KSU Tuscarawas in relief of Brenton Billman. Billman 3 Ks today. A good rebound for him. He needed this result. He pitched well, and now we'll look to take that in the next week. But all eyes on Joe Fisher and KSU as they look to hold on to their 5-3 lead in Game 2 over Westmoreland County Community College. Fisher up in the count, 0-1 against Riley Smith. Chop foul now, 0-2. Towards the end of this broadcast, we will give some score updates around the grounds in the NFL, have some good updates, and as well the Browns, they're not looking half bad. Swing and a miss. Fisher gets the K. It's one batter faced and one strikeout for the sophomore. Joe Fisher, his task was simple, settle things down, and that might actually just rile up his bench. Chopped foul, nothing in one count. Fisher last week did struggle after coming on in relief. Today, he wastes no time, doesn't skip a beat, and just pitches a couple of good deliveries, gets an out, and now is 1 out away from getting out of a slight jam. The 0-1 to Krieger. Misses upstairs. That evens it up at 1-1. Fisher sets and delivers. A good block by Salgado as he keeps it close. Now a 2-1 count. Both sides working towards a victory. Still, the rain coming down now, down to a light drizzle. 3-1 count, and the on-deck circle is Ethan Wilson. He could be up for what might be a bases-loaded situation. Fisher looking to get back in the at-bat. Does not do so, and that will load up the bases for Ethan Wilson. The most important at-bat of the game thus far. Bases loaded, top 5, 2 away, a chance for Westmoreland to get back into the game and for KSU to really squash their opponent's momentum. One side will leave this at-bat happy. The other will be asking some questions. So far today, Wilson, a ground out and another ground out. So over 2 ground outs to the middle infielders. 1-0 count as the pitch misses inside. For KSU, Patchett, Fisher, and Leonard due up in the home half of the 5th. 2-0 count as Fisher just misses his spot. Fisher coming set, the pitch, hits him, and that will put WCCC within a run. A hard 90 scores Nels. So now Dacules has the next most important at-bat of the game. Each at-bat in this inning, or at least this half inning, becomes the most important of the game thus far. It's plain and simple. So far today, a base hit, a stolen bag, and a ground out for Vinny Dacules. Smacked out of play, foul. Nothing at 1 count to begin the at-bat for the lefty. And a beautiful spot now, a 0 and 2 count. If this result holds going into the home half of the inning, we will even have more emphasis on the drop third from last inning. Ground ball snagged by Fisher. The simple throw to first is in time. Fisher gets out of the jam. A run scores, but KSU hangs on as they lead it 5-4 heading into the home half of the 5th. Plenty of work to do as we rejoin the action in the home half of the 5th inning. KSU Tuscarawas up 5-4 over Westmoreland County Community College. The first pitch to Patchett is in the zone. Nothing in one count to begin this at-bat on the four-hitter. It's Patchett, Fisher, and Leonard this inning for the Golden Eagles. This pitch runs a little bit too far inside, evening it up at 1-1. The rain has become a drizzle at most as we might be nearing the end of the onslaught of rain that we have faced this afternoon. Definitely Mother Nature putting a damper in things today, but still a lot of support, a lot of fans out today, and more importantly, good baseball. It's a 1-2 count on Patchett. The pitch. Dips and misses. A good delivery by Stevenson, but he just can't hit it. Here comes the 2-2. Ground ball hit down the left field line and it's fair. Patchett gets a base hit. He will set his sights on two and turn back. It's a leadoff single for Jeremy Patchett to get the ball rolling in the home half of the 5th for KSU Tuscarawas. A good bit of hitting by Patchett. The count was worked to 2-2 and just smacked it down that left field line. It snuck on the right side of the base. Lady Luck was on his side, and now KSU has something to work off of. Brady Stevenson, the new pitcher for Westmoreland. Ground ball, this could be two. From short to 2 for 1. From 2 to 1 for 2. Not in time. Fielder's choice, Patchett, the victim of a fielder's choice once again from Fisher. Without number 1 on the board, up steps Josh Leonard, the right fielder. He reached on an error his first time up and reached on a hard 90 his second time up. That pitch hits him in the head, so it's a second hard 90 of the afternoon for Leonard, as he has been the only Golden Eagle hit in this ballgame. Twice. 2 runners on, and up steps Jared Waddell. Release it should be. Instead, we'll have a pinch hitter in place of the center fielder as Nathan Ashcraft, the freshman from Beaver Creek, Ohio, steps in for his first cuts of the doubleheader. Ashcraft has 2 runners on and 1 away to work with. KSU, they could use some insurance. The first pitch of the duel misses outside. 1-0 count to begin this at-bat. Ashcraft, one of the many freshmen looking to carve out a role, and that can help. Ball smacked deep into left field. It is just going to stay inside the park. Rounding and looking for home and turning back is Fisher. Some miscommunication. It will go down as a long single from Nathan Ashcraft, loading the bases for KSU. We were almost certain that Fisher was going to turn and go for home, but just didn't have enough time on his side. So now the pressure turns over to another freshman in Donovan Tucker. Tucker with a big at-bat. He can blow the game open for KSU. Corners creep, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Nothing in one count as Stevenson starts off this at-bat on the right foot. The pitch misses well up and out. If you're just tuning in, bases loaded, 1 away. Ashcraft nearly going yard. He hits it off of the banner in left. That one misses low. Stuyvesant looking to find his footing and keep KSU at bay. That double play ball that almost was converted would have been huge if it was. And additionally, the drop third last inning playing a big role in this one, as without it, we'd have a tie ball game. Stuyvesant deals and I think misses off the plate. He should have missed. I believe they called it a ball. Now a 2-2 count. The pitch. Ground ball hit to the right side. They're going to try to turn two. At 2, it's in time. To 1, it is not. The hustle from Tucker gives the insurance run right back to KSU as Tuscarawas leads it 6-4. Tucker did his job, and now we have a change here. Instead of Tanner Norman, we will see Braden Main step up for the first time in this contest. He started in left field game number 2, and there's a chance he goes out once again. He would be out of position if he goes into the field, but you never know. Main with an opportunity to help KSU make some noise. Runners at the corners with 2 away, 6-4. KSU Tuscarawas lead. The throwback is high and it gets past. That will make it 7-4. Tucker digging, going for 3. There is no contest as Tucker is in standing at third base. It's 7-4 KSU Tuscarawas, and they will take advantage of another error. What a chain of events. The drop third, and now the passed ball on the throwback to 1. 2 runs that should not have happened, but have happened. It's 7-4. KSU, they're going in the right direction. They can make it 8-4 here. Main's at-bat becomes even more vital. Has the power, but not the location as it hits the brush over the Westmoreland dugout. For Westmoreland, they will go back at the top of their lineup in the 6th. The rain continuing to slow down even more. We are at the lightest drizzle we have seen all day. The pitch. Swing and a miss, a hefty cut from Main. Not enough to make contact. Salgado, the one-hitter, awaits in the on-deck circle with his shin guards on. But Main still has to win this at-bat. He has a chance as the battle continues with that foul tip. Main versus Stuyvesant. One will win the at-bat, and if it's Main, that will help KSU. Main, good patience. He still is looking for that pitch that can help him put his team up by 4. That would most likely be enough insurance. Good patience by Main. 2 balls in a row in the outside corner, and now it's a full count, 3-2. Stuyvesant, arguably the biggest pitch of the game. If he succeeds, Westmoreland down by 3 will get back to the 6. If not, Salgado will have a chance to really blow this game wide open. Can Main deliver for KSU? The payoff pitch. Ground ball hit the short, and it skips past. B. Main can deliver. It's an RBI for the pinch hitter, putting KSU Tuscarawas up 8-4. Main does his job to perfection. A 4-run lead in hand for KSU, and that might be enough to earn them their first win of the fall. Still plenty more time left to go. 6 outs for the visitors to work with. Salgado will have a chance to move Main or his pinch runner along, and it looks like it will be a pinch runner that he will move along as we have a simple change as Tanner Norman comes back in to run, so he will continue to play at short. Salgado, an error, a walk, and a ground out to his name thus far. Misses upstairs. Stuyvesant trying to get Salgado to the chase. Cannot. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Stuyvesant sets. Checks the runner and delivers. Runner goes. Cranked in the left center field gap. And it falls in for a base hit. A good cutoff in center will halt the runner Norman at third. But Salgado does it again. It's runners at the corners with two away as KSU has woken up their bats. What a good bounce back by KSU Tuscarawas. They have led this game throughout the majority of it, except for the 2-0 lead, which has been seemingly a curse in this matchup. Game 1, it was a 2-0 lead after 1 for KSU. They lost the game big time. This game, Westmoreland, they were leading 2-0, and then they weren't. Maybe it's a curse. Maroc, the freshman from North Canton Hoover, now on a run in place of Salgado. And Caleb Campbell, if there was ever a situation to continue his tear, here it is. To pretty much officially, if the dagger hasn't been placed, put it in Westmoreland. And as well, 10 runs after 5 is the run rule for those wondering. We will not hit it this inning. I would be shocked if we did. Maybe next inning if things continue, but for those curious, that is your run rule. The pitch. Misses. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Campbell, a walk, a sacrifice fly, and a walk to his name in this game. Once again, he batted .349 last year. Popped up, going well deep in the outfield, and it is caught in left field as Dacules does his job to retire the side, but not before some damage by KSU Tuscarawas. The Golden Eagles snatch a few runs, and now they lead it 8-4, heading into the penultimate inning of play in this doubleheader. Spoiler alert for those who do not want to hear the Browns score. I'm going to be giving score updates from all the games around the grounds today in the NFL, starting with Cincinnati. They took care of business 34-24 over Carolina to earn their first win of the year. The Falcons win it on a field goal 26-24 over New Orleans. Houston took care of Jacksonville 24-20. The Broncos eke out a victory 10-9 over the New York Jets. The Minnesota Vikings win 31-29 over the Green Bay Packers in Jordan Love's his return. The Colts win 27-24 over the Steelers. The Bears win 24-18 over the Rams. The Buccaneers 33-16 victors over the Eagles. So two former Browns quarterbacks earning wins as Joe Flacco came in for AR-15 early on in the Colts game. In the second quarter, the Niners lead 13-0 over the Patriots. The Commanders up 14-7 over the Cardinals. The Chargers up 10-0 over the Kansas City Chiefs. And then finally, the Cleveland Browns lead 10-7 over the Las Vegas Raiders in the second quarter. A lot of interesting games. That Charger score is the one that shocks me the most. That is just not what was on the cards. Jim Harbaugh has done a nice job with that Chargers team, and that pains me to say after what he did at Michigan, but you got to give him credit where credit's due. He has made the Chargers a contender again in that division, which they haven't been for a long while. Fisher's first pitch of the inning is bunted into the fence, foul. Tyler O'Neill, Matthew Scarpa, and Brandon Bell, the three due up to hit for Westmoreland in the top of the sixth. 0-1 count. The pitch. Dips but misses upstairs, evening it up at 1-1. KSU looking for their first win before heading into their final fall doubleheader of 2024. And then after that, they are back in off-season mode. Fisher comes set. Now the pitch. Misses outside. Fisher still looking to establish himself in the zone. He has done well thus far, as he does have a strikeout or two to his name. But still, plenty of work for him to do in this game if he wants to see it out. And that will help. That's a strike in the right direction for the sophomore. O'Neill versus Fisher. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fisher gets his third strikeout of the ball game. It's 1 up, 1 down in the top of the 6th. A good delivery by Fisher as he does his job. Westmoreland now have 5 outs to work with in the contest. The first pitch of this at-bat misses as Fisher has the jaw kind of movement off the mound after losing his footing. It's a 1-0 count, and Caleb Salgado will go and give him some brief words of encouragement. Salgado, a big leader of this team, him and Jeremy Patchett, really the smiles and heart of KSU Tuscarawas baseball. They embody what it means to have fun, be a good leader, and play with a smile on your face. And that's a get right pitch, so Salgado's words of wisdom pay dividends for Fisher. 1-1 count, Fisher coming set. The pitch. Dips, almost finding the zone. A good spot for Fisher to miss, but won't get the batter to offer as Scarpa had to kind of duck out of the way. Didn't necessarily need to, but now a 2-1 count. Fouled out of play by Scarpa, evening it up at 2-2. And in addition to the human fans today, we also have some dogs in attendance today. 2 dogs cheering on both teams. Heard them bark a couple times, but otherwise, they have been pretty good dogs today. In all fairness, they did bark at me, which was pretty sad. I do like dogs, and they did not like me. Still a 2-2 count on Scarpa, who so far today has struck out twice and walked once. Fisher looking for his 4th strikeout of the game. Doesn't find it on that pitch, as that makes it a full count, 3-2. Fisher looking for out number 2. The payoff pitch. Ground ball hit to the right side of the infield. Tucker scoops. The Chuck sidearm is in time to Powell. It's 2 up, 2 down for the Golden Eagle defense. This has been an interesting day at the ballpark. A lot of runs, 12 runs in this game, 23 in the last. Put them together, 35 total runs. I think a lot of us were shocked that this game played. It's been a long day for me as well, starting at 7:30. I went home for the Baldwin Wallace versus Mount Union game in Berea. I was supposed to come back last night to Alliance as I go to Mount Union, but the storms, I couldn't get through them. I stayed at home. So this morning, I drove an hour and 15 minutes back to Alliance to then drive 55 minutes down here to Conotton Valley High School for this game. A lot of driving today. Still have to make the trip back up to Alliance, but definitely glad I was able to make it out here and cover 2 great games. The first game, it wasn't really close, but still a lot of offense, a lot of interesting action, and a fun, long baseball game. This is fall ball. This is supposed to be fun from start to finish, and it has been. We've seen a lot of good shenanigans from both sides as they are having fun getting ready for the season upcoming. In this game, the closer of the two, KSU starting to pull away, but Westmoreland still showing plenty of signs of fight. The pitch. In the zone, Fisher, a beautiful spot. He could not have placed that any better if he tried. Fisher wasting no time, delivers. Skied over to the edge of the infield. Powell gets underneath it and takes it in to retire the side. That might be the first time that Westmoreland has gone in order today. I think it is. That takes us into the bottom of the 6th inning with KSU Tuscarawas leading 8-4. Bottom 6 in Bowerston, Ohio at Conotton Valley High School. 8-4 in favor of KSU Tuscarawas is your score. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this afternoon live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. 2 games this week. 2 soccer clashes, Alliance versus Marlington boys soccer at Rock Hill, and an Alliance at Marlington girls soccer at Marlington Soccer's complex. 2 good games that will be live here at 7 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively. I'm excited for 2 good games, especially in the boys game. Both teams very close in the power rankings. It should be a tight battle. Stuyvesant's offering misses low. For KSU, they do have a pinch hitter. It is Tyler Vasquez back on. He came in late for the last game, and now he will be back in place of Powell. So we could also see that become a defensive change as it's a 3-1 count. It may have been a little bit low, but 9 times out of 10, when you get in that spot there, the 3-0 of I'm not going to swing regardless, it's going to be called a strike. And it's skied now over to the edge of the outfield into the infield, and it is caught. A nice play by Smith as he is able to retire Vasquez for out number 1. Patchett coming back in for some more cuts. His 4th of the game thus far. He singled down the left field line his last time up. The pitch. Dips perfectly, and once again it goes down the left field line. Patchett, 2 base hits in a row, takes him now to 2 for 2 on the game with a sacrifice and a walk. An excellent game 2 for Jeremy Patchett. And now Joe Fisher, the pitcher who started off the game as a designated hitter, steps up for his 4th cuts. 2 fielder's choices in a row, both of them retiring Patchett. Patchett hopefully will not be retired on the base path in the same fashion once again. Stuyvesant sets and delivers. Popped over to the right side. It will be a tough play to make, and it is made. If that would have dropped, Jeremy Patchett would be asking some questions to his teammate as if he is purposely hitting him at a fielder's choices. But instead, it is Fisher who is retired for out number 2. And now, up steps Josh Leonard. Another guy who is hoping not to repeat his prior at-bats. He has been hit the last 2 times he has stepped in the batter's box. The pitch. Hits in the dirt. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat. Actually, it is Matt Jesse coming in instead of Leonard. The pitch misses. We will get back to our regularly scheduled programming with Waddell in the on-deck circle. The pitch. Ground ball hit right up the gut and scooped at second base. Riley Smith with the play, and the web gem ends the inning. A tough ground ball, but Riley Smith does his job. Westmoreland down to their final 3 outs when we return. Crunch time in Bowerston. Top 7, the 14th inning of our doubleheader, which looks to be our final inning. It's been a long day at the ballpark. Now, Nels, Weaver, and Waugh. The 3-2 up to hit this inning for Westmoreland as they look to make a comeback here, down 8-4 against Kent State Tuscarawas. Fisher, he came in relief for Billman. He looks to close things out as once again Nels gets a hold of a baseball, and it is caught and bobbled, and it will fall. Nels going for the double is in to second base. I don't know if he scored a double or an error. I would say the error, but still the ball was freed after the center fielder Waddell collided with the fence. Either way, Nels gets another big hit to put his team on the base path. Time being called by Coach Cole. This might be more just a check on his center fielder than anything. A tough hit there by Waddell. He is a warrior out there in center. He got rung up by the fence going to keep that ball in. It was tough, but he couldn't get it done, and Nels will be pinch ran for. Larry Weaver, the first baseman, steps up. He has a runner in scoring position. It is the pinch runner, I believe, looking at my roster, that is Gadecko. The first time we are calling his name this game, as he got the rest of this one. But last game, he didn't do that bad of a job. The freshman looking to make a role for himself on this team. Swing and a miss, a hefty cut by Weaver. But Gadecko stands in scoring position. Weaver batting, and in the on-deck circle is Troy Waugh. The pitch. In the corner. Oh, they're going to call it a ball. A good spot there. A good miss from Fisher. One of the better angles right here, and I thought that was a strike, but still, the ultimate angle overrules. I say it in a lot of broadcasts. There's a reason I am here with a headset and not a blue today. I don't know the rules as well as they do. I don't see the zone as well as they do. They make the calls, and they sometimes will make mistakes. That happens. That is the game. But a shout out to our umpires today. We've had 3, 1 stay for both games, and then 1 rotate in with the one who left from last game. They're out here in the rain too. We talk about the players being out here in the rain along with the coaches, but we don't talk about the umpires who also got drenched today. So shout out to them for having us play this game as they have been our officiates. And that is a beautiful strikeout from Joe Fisher. His 4th of the game gets KSU within 2 outs of ending the contest. And now up steps Troy Waugh, the catcher. A walk, a ground out, and a hit by pitch to his name thus far. And Fisher is dealing. Nothing at 1 count to begin the at-bat. Fisher with 4 Ks looking to seal the deal. Misses upstairs. 1-1 count. But what a first win would this be, given the result of game number 1. An 18-5 loss, so 13-run difference, to then turn around and win. That's huge. It would be a 17-run turnaround, minus 13 to plus 4. A 17-run difference between the games. The 1-2 fouled into the backstop. But the weather has definitely taught these players a couple of lessons heading into this year. Both sides, they wanted to play because they knew this opportunity would teach their players how to play with the elements. We're at the college level here. We are going to play if it's a turf field and as long as we don't see any thunder, lightning, or if there isn't a bunch of snow on the field. Popped up to the right side. It is foul, and it is out of play. For one last time, we will see the dugout sprint for the ball. No one from KSU's side quite yet. So, Westmoreland, they will fight among themselves to get possession of the foul ball, as it looks like Owen Miller was able to get there first. That has been a fun thing to watch. Both sides, they have been fun when fetching the foul balls. They're going out there, they're having some fun. Everyone's had some fun today, and that is the point of these fall games, to get better and have some fun. The pitch. He thought about it, but the right decision was made by Waugh. Now a full count, 3-2. A big payoff pitch upcoming, and it grounds into the dirt. Excuse me, now it's a 3-2 count. Once again, we were supposed to have the scoreboard up today, but we were never able to get the actual device that controls it. We have our scoreboard up here. It's pretty basic. We don't have the balls and strikes. That takes another person to run while I'm calling the game. I can run this scoreboard, but the full one, not at all. The payoff pitch smacked into left center field. Calling it off is Waddell. He makes the play, and once again, KSU Tuscarawas can sound the final countdown. Riley Smith, he flashed the leather last inning with 2 putouts. Now he is the last hope for the Wolfpack as they look to continue this ball game. The pitch misses off the plate. 1-0 count to begin the at-bat on Smith. Smith, the freshman from Greater Latrobe High School, still one of many players looking to etch a rollout for himself in this team. That's another big goal of the fall play. You want to get a spot for you. You're on the roster, but you actually want to play and get some good game time. And his teammate who resides at second base in Gadeco has done a nice job of working out a role for himself. He played well in game number 1 and game number 2. He comes on as a pinch runner late. Fisher deals. And that's a walk. So now the tying run will be in the on-deck circle as Sam Krieger, the lefty who started game number 1, will step back in for his 4th cuts of the game. A base hit and a walk to his name in this game so far. The pitch from Fisher. Misses outside. 1-0 counts begin the at-bat. Once again, KSU, they will have one more game before they head back into off-season mode. It's a doubleheader next Sunday. That game will be on the road and not available live, as I will not be able to make the trip out. The pitch. And as well, looking forward to the spring season, I'm sure a lot of questions will be, will a lot of games be live streamed? The answer is, I don't know. That is my brief answer to it. I have to look at schedules. I still don't know my spring class schedule. I don't know a lot of schedules yet. Once those are made, a full schedule of my coverage will be made in my mind, and then I'll be able to say, I can do this game, so on and so forth. I'm hoping to get out to at least a few doubleheaders this spring, so stay tuned for that information. I know Coach Cole will keep everyone updated on that. He's done a great job of informing all of you at home on how to find the stream, as that's how you found it. So I am sure he will do the same. And once again, thank you to him for bringing me out here to do these fall games for you, the viewers at home. The pitch runs inside, and now they'll put 2 runners in scoring position as Salgado slides to keep the ball close. Fisher still looking to end this contest. The pitch misses upstairs, so now the tying run will stand in the batter's box as Ethan Wilson, the pitcher who started the game, will have a chance to keep it going. KSU had the result last week in the bag until they didn't against Miami Middletown. They need to have learned from the mistakes they made in that contest to make sure the same result does not occur here. Just over 2 hours in to game number 2. Bases loaded, 2 away. The pitch. In the zone, nothing in 1 count to begin the at-bat. Fisher doing a nice job tuning out the mistakes of the last couple of at-bats. As long as he can continue to deal the way he has been able to thus far, he should be in good shape. Popped into left field. This could do it. It's going to be a tough play to make. And the web gem isn't there. It's a foul ball, but the Wolfpack are down to their final strike. Great effort in left field. Campbell sliding for it. Not enough to get there. Once again, before we wrap up this game, 2 games this week live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Alliance versus Marlington boys soccer at 7 p.m. That game taking place at Rock Hill. And then on Wednesday, a 7 p.m. kickoff at Marlington Soccer Complex. Alliance at Marlington girls soccer. Both should be fun matchups. The pitch misses upstairs. Both sides giving encouragement to their respective members. Some power into left field. This could do it. Campbell, book it. KSU Tuscarawas gets their first win of the fall games in 2024, taking down WCCC 8-4. An excellent game by Kent State Tuscarawas. They were able to play a complete full 7 innings, and Coach Cole and his guys will walk away with the honors even. They take 1, and so do the visitors in Westmoreland County Community College. A big shout out to all of the viewers at home today, wherever you are watching this game from. I know a lot of viewers from out of state and even out of the country in the Netherlands, so I am glad I was able to bring you this content. Once again, my spring coverage of KSU Tuscarawas baseball still up in the air. Stay tuned for updates when I am able to give my schedule to Coach Cole so we can better make a game plan. It should be fun. 2 games this week. Alliance Marlington boys soccer at home, 7 p.m. And girls soccer, Marlington versus Alliance, 7 p.m. at Marlington's Soccer Complex. To stay up to date on all the games I'm covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFist2024 on Twitter. And subscribe here to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. My goal is to get up to 250 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. I am within 100. Thank you to all who have subscribed recently, as we have gained around 40 in the past week. Hopefully, when I check later today, we'll will be nearing 170, 175. And if we do so, I feel like I'll be in a good spot to get my goal. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're not subscribed, I asked humbly that you go down below and do so. That way I can help continue to bring KSU Tuscarawas baseball and as well other sports live to the channel so people at home can watch. And as well this spring, SmeeSports will be your official home for Ohio Outlaws football. We will have the full regular season and playoff stretch with myself and Kurt Mariolo Jr. calling those games live. It should be fun as we look to have a great season. Potentially some live coverage coming from the Combine on October 26th. Stay up to date on social media with those updates as they will be coming soon. But that does it from Conotton Valley High School as the rain is about to subside. KSU splits it with Westmoreland County Community College. I have been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me here in the rain. Have a good day, everyone, and I will see you on Tuesday for the Backyard Brawl.